Thank you for subscribing to One Mind Dharma's daily guided meditations. Today we're going to do a concentration practice using the breath as the object of our awareness and cultivating the ability of the mind to focus on one object. Remembering that, of course, the mind wanders and thinks. It's what the mind does, and it's natural. And that's why we have concentration practice, to cultivate the ability of the mind to rest on one object. So you can allow the eyes to close and settle into a comfortable posture. And take the time just to come into the body a little bit. A lot of our experience during the day often centers in the thinking mind. So it can be helpful just to arrive in the body, the actual physical experience we're having. Feeling the butt in the chair or on the cushion. The temperature of the air on the skin. The movement of the body with the breath, and not just in the chest or at the tip of the nostrils, but you may feel it in the hips, the abdomen, the shoulders. Feeling the points of contact where the arms or hands may be resting in the lap or on each other. There's nothing to do here except feel the actual physical sensation. We often try to figure everything out or seek to understand it perfectly. But just for now, letting go and feeling how it feels to have a body, to be sitting here where you are right now. What does it actually feel like to be in the human body? And now bringing the mind's awareness to a point in the body where you can feel the body breathing itself. You don't need to force the breath to look any certain way or breathe extra deep. Sometimes it can be helpful to take a deep breath to settle, but allowing the body for the most part just to breathe itself naturally. Many people like working with the chest, where you can feel the lungs filling and emptying and the chest rising and falling. Or maybe it's the abdomen, where you can feel the expansion and contraction. It also may be the tip of the nose and upper lip, where you can feel the air coming in, tickling the nostrils or upper lip, and coming out just a little bit warmer. So just picking one spot and sticking with it for now. And we'll do a counting exercise, something I find helpful as a tool just to stay with the breath. It's not a competition or contest of any kind, but using this counting exercise just as an own indicator to yourself of when the mind wanders. So as you inhale, bringing awareness to the movement, the point in the body at which your attention rests. And as you exhale, just counting 1. And inhaling and exhaling, counting 2. And just counting up to 8. And when you get to 8, starting back at 1. The numbers serve, again, as an indicator. Doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong if you have to start back at 1 because the mind's wandered. If the mind was already perfectly concentrated, a concentration practice wouldn't be necessary. So be gentle with yourself. When the mind wanders, bringing it back, maybe even being happy or joyful that you noticed the mind was wandering and brought it back. Just continuing like this, focusing on the body breathing, counting, and returning to 1 as often as necessary. Noticing where the mind is right now. Is it on the breath or the numbers? Is it in fantasy or regret? Or do you have no idea where it is, as I often have no idea where my mind is? Wherever it is, bringing it back to the breath and the numbers. And this is the beauty of practicing with the breath, is it's always with us and always changing. There's always the opportunity to come home to the body breathing. Starting back at 1. And resting the awareness gently on the breath. We don't need to hold it or force it down, but allowing it to sit there gently. Allowing the mind to settle in a concentrated state. And when it wanders, simply noticing it's wandered and coming back to the breath.